Immunology Insights, Basics and Beyond, Chapter 27, Herd Immunity. Marcello here. Welcome back to Immunology Insights, Basics and Beyond. In our previous chapter, we explored the different types of vaccines and how they are designed to protect individuals from infectious diseases. We also briefly touched on the idea that vaccines do more than just protect the person receiving them. They also help to protect entire communities. Today, we will take a closer look at that powerful concept, the herd immunity. We will explore how it works, why it is so important for public health, and what challenges come with achieving it, especially in a world of emerging variants, misinformation, and global health disparities. So let's talk science. What is herd immunity? Herd immunity, also known as community immunity, happens when a large portion of the population becomes immune to an infectious disease, either through vaccination or prior infection. When enough people are immune, the disease has fewer opportunities to spread, which also indirectly protects those who are not immune. This concept is especially important for people who cannot receive vaccines themselves, such as newborn babies, elderly individuals, those undergoing chemotherapy, or people with certain immune disorders. These individuals rely on the immunity of those around them to reduce the risk of exposure. Think of it like a fire break in the forest. If most of the trees are wet, or let's say immune, the fire, or let's call it infection, can't spread. If too many trees are dry, or let's say susceptible, the fire can rage out of control, even threatening those initially far away. So, how does herd immunity work? There are a few key mechanisms that allow herd immunity to protect communities. First, the direct protection. When an individual is vaccinated, their immune system is trained to recognize and neutralize the pathogen. This means they are less likely to get infected or spread the disease to others. Second, the indirect protection. As the number of immune individuals increases, the pathogen's ability to circulate in the population diminishes. With fewer available hosts, the chain of transmission breaks down. Third, the breakdown of transmission chains. Even if a contagious person enters the community, the likelihood that they'll encounter a susceptible person becomes very low when herd immunity is high. This slows or even stops outbreaks entirely. What is the herd immunity threshold? The effectiveness of herd immunity depends on how easily a disease spreads. This is measured by its basic reproduction number, or R0, actually pronounced R0. R0 tells us how many people, on average, one infected person will infect in a fully susceptible population. The higher the R0, the more contagious the disease, and the higher the percentage of immune individuals needed to prevent outbreaks. Let's look at some examples. Measles has an R0 of about 12 to 18, making it one of the most contagious diseases. This means around 95% of the population need to be immune to prevent outbreaks. Polio has an R0 of around 5 to 7, so the herd immunity threshold is about 80 to 85%. COVID-19 has had an evolving R0, especially with the new variants. While early estimates suggested 70% coverage might be enough, more transmissible variants like Delta and Omicron pushed that number to 80 to 90% or even higher, depending on vaccine effectiveness and population dynamics. If vaccination rates fall below these thresholds, outbreaks become possible, even for diseases we once had under control. This is exactly what has happened in recent years with measles resurgences in areas where vaccine coverage dropped. Let's have a look at herd immunity versus natural infection. Some argue that we can achieve herd immunity by letting people become infected naturally. But this idea is deeply flawed and risky. Here's why. First, high mortality and morbidity. Diseases like measles, polio, and COVID-19 are not benign. They can cause severe illnesses, hospitalization, long-term complications, or even death. Second, healthcare overload. If infections are allowed to spread unchecked, hospitals can be overwhelmed, leading to worse outcomes not just for infectious diseases, but for unrelated medical emergencies. Third, long-term effects. Some infections come with chronic consequences. COVID-19, for example, can lead to long COVID, while polio can cause permanent paralysis. In contrast, vaccinations offer a safe, controlled, and efficient path to herd immunity. It protects individuals and helps build immunity at the population level without the health risk associated with natural infection. Of course, there are also challenges to achieve herd immunity. While herd immunity is a powerful tool, it is not always easy to achieve in practice. Several factors can stand in the way. First, vaccine hesitancy. Despite the proven benefits of vaccines, misinformation, conspiracy theories, and fear of side effects lead some individuals to refuse or delay vaccination. This reduces coverage and can cause gaps in community protection. Second, emerging variants. Some pathogens mutate frequently, creating new strains that may partially evade existing immunity. This is common with influenza and has also been seen with SARS-CoV-2. It means we may need updated vaccines and booster campaigns to maintain herd immunity. Third, global inequity. In many low-income countries, vaccine access is limited. Without equitable distribution, we risk leaving parts of the world vulnerable, allowing outbreaks to persist and new variants to emerge. Fourth, population dynamics. Herd immunity can also be affected by birth rates, migration, and waning immunity. Newborns enter the population without immunity, and adults may lose protection over time if boosters aren't administered. Herd immunity or community protection is of course very important. Herd immunity is not just a scientific principle, it is also a social contract. When we choose to vaccinate, we are not only protecting ourselves, we are helping to shield the most vulnerable members of society. Maintaining high vaccination coverage prevents diseases resurgence, keeping communities healthy, reduces strain on the healthcare system, freeing up resources for other needs, and protects those who cannot be vaccinated, creating a protective buffer that saves lives. Especially during pandemics or outbreaks, high vaccination coverage can be the difference between contained spread or a healthcare collapse. To conclude, herd immunity is one of the most powerful tools in public health. It helps us to control, contain, and sometimes even eliminate infectious diseases. But it only works if enough people participate. Achieving herd immunity requires high vaccination rates, public trust in science, and global cooperation to ensure access for all. In the next chapter, we will take a look at one of the most iconic examples of herd immunity in action, Albert Sabin's oral polio vaccine, which helped bring us closer than ever to the global eradication of polio. Before closing, I have a small request. If you enjoyed my content and want to hear more, like and subscribe. It's a small step for you, but it helps me a lot. So see you next time and thank you for listening.